All right, so we are into the next chapter, which is going to do with boundary work in various types of system processes. So, for the first one, I want to look at boundary work itself, the expression for boundary work. What do we even mean by boundary work? So, boundary work is anything outside the system, that is the interface between the system and its surroundings. So, if I have this, and I have a piston here, let's assume this is a tank. Then within the tank, of course, there will be pressure created inside. If I should apply, we'll have a cross-sectional area A. Then I'm applying a force, so there will be suction creating some pressure here, pressure, and I'm calling it P. Then if I should do that, this line here is indicating that the piston used to be on this line, exactly on this line. But because I pulled it up with a force of F, this is the new what? The new location of the piston. It was first here, it was first sitting on this line down here, but I pulled it upwards, so it came up there. So if you have this ideology in mind, then you can actually say that the piston moved to the S. So if you want to know the small work done on the piston, it will be the force we applied times the infinitesimally small distance it moved. This is more or less like force times distance. So if you want to find the integration or integration of small infinitesimally work done, but you know that pressure is equal to force over area. So the moment you apply a force, it means you are just pulling pressure through a certain area. So it means here will be P times A times the S, which will boil down to W equals P area times the S. The S is more or less like an incremental length. We increase it from here to there. So the S is a distance. Distance is also a length. So it means instead of writing the S, it is same as L. Then for mathematics, area times length is what? Volume. Volume. So it means instead of A the S, it is AL. AL. So this will boil down to PV. PV. Alright. So someone can also say that this means work done is equal to the integral of P dV. So that if you pull P up, the V is V. So work done is the same as pressure Newton per meter square times what? Volume, meters cubed. Meter square cancels meters cubed, square feet meters. What is the quantity for Newton meters? It's of course energy, which is work done. So it means you are right. So it means if you want to find work done or boundary work done on every particular system, it is the pressure you created times the volume you were able to create. That will give you the work done on the system. Volume process. Some processes uh, undergoes the undergoes when or some processes occur when the volume is constant. So for instance, if I have a rigid tank, of course I have a problem. I have this problem here. Play with it. So this is the problem I want us to play with. So don't don't look at the heading of the problem. Let's assume this is an actual problem with no heading. Of course, constant volume process is helping you to get what I'm lecturing now. So a rigid tank contains air at 500 kilopascal That's the what? That's the pressure which is around it. Temperature and pressure inside the tank will drop to 65 degrees Celsius and 400 kilopascal respectively. Determine the boundary work done during this process. Of course, they said the tank is rigid. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever we talk about rigidity of a substance, then what we mean is that the substance cannot move. So there is no volume created there. That's why it's a constant volume. Though pressure is acting, but volume is nil, zero. So if in that case, what we'll do is solution, right? Solution. Then we'll say work is equals to integral of pressure, small amount of volume created, V. Then we can integrate it from 1 to 2. From 1 to 2 simply because the volume will increase from 1 to 2. So for that problem I showed you, it means there is the actual volume in the tank. If it's a tank, then up here the 2 is the new volume, the whole of that. So if you want to know the change in V, it will be V2 minus V1. The volume, entire volume, up to the where point 2 is, minus the volume below this line, that's at point 1. So it means the change in volume is where I'm doing the circles. This these two parts. These two parts is the change in volume. Alright, so now let me go back to the problem and justifiably kill it. So now with this, it's very simple. So work done will be equals to pressure will be constant, then pressure will be constant because we are concentrating on the integral of the vein. The vein. That's what we are integrating with respect to. So anything else will be constant. From 1 to 2, the vein. If you integrate the vein, you get vein. So vein, then you apply your limit on it. So I'll get P V2 minus V1. Upper limit minus lower limit. But since it's a rigid tank, there is no change in volume. That's why we said constant volume process. So it means change in volume, the one in the bracket, is zero. So if change in volume is zero, you get P times zero. Then the work done on a constant volume process is zero. Therefore, boundary work on any at all constant volume process. So don't forget OBJ. Alright, then let's move on to constant pressure. This time pressure is constant. Constant pressure is constant. So it means work done W will be equals to the integral of P divided from 1 to 2, since pressure is constant, I'll put it out V. So from 1, now get P in bracket V2 minus V1. But this time pressure is the one constant. It means V2 minus V1 is no more constant. You can find the change. You can find the change. And you will see that this particular V2 minus V1 we are talking about here normally is specific volume. So that's why I love thermodynamics, to make you think. So sometimes you think this volume is volume as we know meters cube. No, this specific volume, which is meters cube per kilogram. So if you want to find the actual work done, which is having a unit of Newton meters or joules, what you do is pressure is Newton per meter squared, then the unit of specific volume. Change in specific volume will be the same as the unit of what specific volume. So the unit of change in specific volume will be meters cube per kilogram. Then meter square cancels this. So you are getting Newton meters where is this permitted coming? You need to ignore it or irritate it from there. So you multiply it with the mass of the fluid, the kg below here will cancel out. So it means indirectly this formula. I will get you an example on this. Let me quickly get you an example on this one. So this is the handout I'm using. If I see your contribution, I'll give you a free link so that you can just play with the questions and you grab your 96 and the 89s and the least you can get in my class is 85. That one is even a poor mark because thermodynamics I had AAA plus by the grace of God. So you can also do that if you believe in God and you know God can get it. So this is the problem. Before I do this, let me clean this. We know that pressure is constant, change in volume is not constant anymore here. Justifiably kill it. So solution, what nothing is just the device contains 10 pound mass of steam. Quantity they give you is the mass. Pound mass is 10 IBM. At 60 psi, that's the pressure. Pounds per square inch. So pressure 60 points. It is constant. Ladies and gentlemen, this actually here should actually be the specific volume that I said. That those values should actually stand in for the specific volume as I said. This V2 minus V1. If that is the case, then we will just go straight, then say that work done is integral from 1 to 2 P div. Alright, so pressure is constant, mass is also constant. If you want work done in joules or kilojoules, it means I will multiply this whole expression here with mass because original expression is in kilojoules per kilogram. So if I want to remove the per kilogram, I'll multiply with kilogram. That's mass. So if I do that, I'll get MP instead of parliament times V2 minus V1. And the mass in this problem is 10 times pressure. Pressure is 60 psi. Change. Change. So the change, I'm using the temperature they give us as the change. But in some problems, they will tell you to use the temperature to find a specific volume. Of course, I have not done that one with you. That's the pure substance topic. That's when they give you saturation temperature, saturation pressure. You use it to find the properties at those states. Are you okay? You get there, you understand it better. So let me stick to the 320 and 400 as my volume, specific volume for now. So with that, you multiply this, you get 600. You subtract that, you get what 80. This is 48. 1, 2, 3. So this is the answer we get if all things should remain the same. So joules, because I said M is in pound mass, this is in psie, this is in um let's assume inch cubed per, because meters cube per what, kilograms per pound mass. So pound mass cancels pound mass. Then this unit, let me leave it in PS. So that answer that will get. But in terms of SI unit, the unit would have been joules. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the two examples we have for now. I'll come your way with another type of system, which is a isothermal compression what system. Then I'll talk about polytropic process or system, polytropic system or process. Then we end this chapter. Then now we can tackle the last chapter of the course, which is pure substance. I love that particular topic. So then, thank you for staying with me. Bye.